He's asleep in bed.
Yeah.
And I'm in the bathtub having a mental breakdown. He doesn't like me. I date a lot of successful guys. I date a lot of wealthy older men. I do a really good job at selling a persona online.
What's up, YouTube? Poor Man Podcast back with another video. Give me the HBO special. That's a help a brother out special. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. Today, I'm going to be doing a video on a SEX worker. But before I get into the video, I want to read a little bit of the description of the video because I found some pretty interesting things in there. So let's get to the description. By the way, this woman is a part of the solution and not a part of the problem. When people can admit that they've made bad decisions in their lives and be transparent about those decisions and the consequences of those decisions, you have to be able to respect that to some degree. So this is definitely not an attack on her, but what we are going to do is talk about the real consequences of this behavior because that's not talked about enough. This is what the description says. As an adult content creator who boasts about serial dating and age gap relationships, I feel I owe my followers an explanation. For a little over a year, I've been casually seeing someone I find admirable and inspirational, but because of the differences in our lives, I know that it's not a long-term relationship. Although in my video about serial dating, I talk about how I'm not interested in getting married until I'm 30 because I'm spending my 20s to focus on myself. We know what that means. Intellectually, I know that a relationship doesn't fit into my current goals, but deep down, I wish it did. I wish there was another lifetime where we weren't 25 years apart, he didn't have a kid, and I didn't sell nudes online. And this is actually why I do these videos, because a lot of women are being told to take the path of least resistance, and there are going to be no strings attached when they do so. And that's my problem with it. I don't have a problem with people doing OnlyFans. It is easy money. But I do have a problem when people are selling you a dream and they're not telling you the full story. They don't tell you the full story because the full story don't get likes and comments. Nobody wants to hear that their favorite adult content creator has chlamydia. Nobody wants to hear that their favorite adult content creator has a drug addiction because they have to get liquored up or they have to do some kind of opioid to even stomach themselves to go do their job. Nobody's going to like or have comments on videos that talk about how their favorite adult content creator is having a hard time finding a person that they actually find fulfilling and that makes the kind of money that they like, because all the professional men, most of the men that make a lot of money, are doctors, lawyers, and engineers, and they don't want a woman that's body's been on the internet. So these women are going out and they're making $6,000 a month, $7,000 a month, which is cool. But understand that then you're going to want a man that makes more than that. And most of the professional men that you're going to have to deal with don't want a woman that has your image. So when women go on to try to find a more fulfilling life by, like she's saying, finding a person she actually genuinely likes and wants to build a family with, they run into a lot of roadblocks because they realize that those men don't want to deal with them. And so if you want to participate in this work, I'm okay with that. I'm 100% fine with that. Just get the full story before you do it and make sure that that's something you want to do, because once you do it, it's pretty hard to go back. Let's keep reading. He has no qualms about my job. In fact, he told me he dated a lot of strippers throughout his life. That's not a red flag. More so than anything, I just want reassurance. I just want reassurance that even if I sell explicit content online, even if I have struggled with mental illness, even if I use illicit substances, I'm still worthy. Absolutely, he likes me. Otherwise, he wouldn't have wasted a year hanging out with me. He wouldn't have sat with me through a pregnancy scare. He definitely would have ended things when I had to call him last year and tell him I had the clap. LOL.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
As an OnlyFans creator, I sell this sexy, fun persona online where I do crazy things for engagement purposes. There you go, people. They're making things up just so that you stay engaged. They pretend happy even though they're on drugs, even though they have STDs, even though they don't have any long-term relationships. Only relationships they have are their party friends, and those people are just around to contribute to the spiraling of their lives. That's the only reason they're around, and they largely find out later on in life that they need to escape from those people to ever have any growth in their lives. It's a lie, is what I'm saying. But it's nice to have a place to escape where you don't have to be that person. I think this is why I'm less slutty now that I do prawn. I crave a genuine connection, and I'm not honest about that online. I make silly little jokes about dating wealthy older men because it boosts my engagement. I get hundreds of comments calling me a liar or a gold digger. Those people don't know me. What else are they supposed to think? That you're this fun party girl that likes to sleep with young, attractive men, that is willing to settle down with this 50-year-old man with the child for his stunning personality? I am very fortunate to be able to date successful people who help me expand my mind and reach my goals. Let's get right into the video.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you can see, I am not in my regular house. Where am I, you might ask? I am at somebody else's house. I'm having a mental breakdown in their bathtub at 2 o'clock in the morning because I've been seeing this guy for over a year. Our first date was August 3rd of 2020, and now I'm having a mental breakdown in his bathtub. And none of y'all know anything about this. That's the thing that I think is the funniest, is that like online, like I'm so single, and like I'm still single in real life, obviously, but like the only thing that you know about like this situation is like what I've told you, and what I say about it isn't as deep as it really is. I'm just alone with my thoughts, right? And I was thinking about how like on my YouTube channel, I always like glamorize going out with like a bunch of guys, and I like glamorize going out with older guys a lot too. And like, yes, like I love going out with older guys, but also serial dating is just like, it's a coping mechanism, and like I hope people understand that. I feel like a lot of these other guys have kind of been like distractions. Like, yes, there are other guys that like I'm interested in too, but like nobody measures up to this guy. And like I don't think people online understand that, and like I don't even think he understands that either. I do a really good job at selling a persona online. I'm a hot, fun party girl, you know, and like, yes, that's what I sell online, because you know what, you gotta niche down and you've got to build your brand, and I sell content, like I sell adult content.
Boom. And this is why I say they're slanging dreams, because that's exactly what they're doing. And they're teaching women to go out and become materialistic, be promiscuous, to get those material things, and that you can still be happy, when behind the scenes, there's a lot of drug addiction. Behind the scenes, there's a lot of STDs. Behind the scenes, there's a lot of mental illness that you just don't see because they don't promote it, because it doesn't get clicks and likes. But say in a perfect world, you avoid all those things, because I've already talked about those negative things in this industry. But let's say you avoid all those things and you do want to go get pimped out by OnlyFans, and this is what you want to do. And I have no qualms about that. If that's what you want to do and that makes you happy, cool. There have always been SEX workers, but let's keep it that. SEX workers. You're not an adult film with the content creator. You're an SEX worker. That's cool, but keep an understanding of what that actually is, because they're using these euphemisms to say, hey, it's cool, we're just adult content creators. Come on in, there's no stigma. And then you find out there is a stigma. But let's just say in a perfect world, you don't deal with the mental illness, you don't deal with the drug addiction, and you don't deal with the STDs. You're making $7K a month as a 20, 21, 22, 23, 24-year-old. What are you going to do? Go back to slanging burgers when you find your family? You're going to go back to slanging burgers for what, $15, $12 an hour, whatever it is at McDonald's nowadays? Also, as a woman that now makes $7K every month, you're going to want a man that makes that kind of money, right? Because another thing that they don't tell you is that women's values change from the age of 25 to 30. They, generally speaking, want family. They begin to value security, which is normal. As human beings, we're created literally to multiply. So at some point, it's pretty normal for men and women alike to desire family. So women begin to desire family at around those ages. And what happens is they want to date a man that makes equal to or a little more money than them. And they find out if you're making $7K a month from slanging OnlyFans videos, that you ain't going to get that in a pizza delivery guy. You're going to need a professional man. Generally speaking, the men who make that amount of money are engineers, doctors, and lawyers that have a professional image that they need to uphold, and they don't want to deal with women that have sold themselves online. And so you're making this kind of money every month, but you don't have any partners that you can really share that with. You don't have any family, and now depression sets in because you have no way of getting out, because you're not going to go back to slanging cheeseburgers.
Makes sense for me to be like a fun party girl online. It just sucks when that like transfers over into real life, you know?
Yeah.
I really like this guy because it feels like the one place I don't have to be that girl. And now it feels like I am that girl. Like, he doesn't even see any of my content. That's the thing. This guy does not give a fuck about social media at all. So like when he asks me about like my dreams and my goals and everything, it feels as if I can't tell him. It feels as if I can't get excited. Like I think he would be enthralled. Like I think he would like me better if I could talk about my goals. And I find it difficult to do that with him because I know he doesn't like care about social media. And so I'm at a crossroads now. I'm literally never going to publish this, I hope. Like, it is important for me to talk about, but I'm not sure that this is, like, the setting, you know? But I just wanted to, like, get my thoughts out. Because it is, like, I've just been thinking about this all night. Like, you can hear, I've been crying literally all night. I have no makeup on. I'm sitting in a bathtub. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. He's asleep in bed.
Yeah.
And I'm in the bathtub having a mental breakdown. Like, I'm not even in his bathroom. Like, I'm in the guest bathroom having a mental breakdown in the bathtub because he doesn't like me. And online, I have this persona where I date a lot of guys. I date a lot of successful guys. I date a lot of wealthy older men. And it's true. It's 100% true. I'm not lying about any of those things. What I am lying about is how, like, fulfilling it is, you know?
Exactly.
What I want to be honest about is that does work. And that is what I was trying to do. Basically, what I like to do is I like to go out and meet, like, a lot of people. And just kind of, like, see how relationships develop as time goes on. The issue is that now I'm at a point where I need to say, like, if you see me a certain way, you need to tell me so that I can stop seeing you. And I feel like that's, like, impossible. Like, I don't want to tell him that. I don't want to be, like, straight up, like, I will stop seeing you. If
Yeah,
you
because he
think
has
of me
options.
as, like, this, just, like, insane party girl, you know? Like, if you see me as a hot piece of ass, and that's it, I can't continue doing this. As much as I love the time that we spend together, as much as I think that he inspires me and encourages me, but, like, if that's the way he sees me, then that's the end of our relationship. Like, I hope he sees me as more than that.
And this is what I talk about so much. It's part of the branding. What else is he supposed to see you as? What else is he supposed to see you as? You talk about the fact that he's 25 years older than you and he has a child, and people are calling you a gold digger. I wonder why. Maybe it's because that's what you promote yourself as. People aren't even paying attention to how they brand themselves on social media. They just think it's just this thing they can lollygag on. They're trying to make money off of it, but they're not understanding the brand that they're presenting to the people that they're going to have around them. What else are people going to judge you based on other than the things that you do? And the things that you do, you broadcast on social media for everyone to see. Of course, they're going to have a preconceived idea of who you are as a person. I don't understand how these people can get and do all this sex work and then start to decide, hey, I'm not that. People should see me as this. People should see me as a housewife. That's not how that thing works. If I'm out here wearing a pizza delivery outfit, you're gonna think I'm slanging cheesy bread, right? Like, that's just what it is. And unfortunately, when you brand yourself, it's called a brand for a reason. When you brand a cow, that brand stays on that cow until it goes to the butcher. See what I'm saying? It stays on you until you in the hole. Look at Lizzo. She can't get out of being fat. Every time she loses weight, her own audience turns on her and starts calling her fat phobic because she's built her brand on that type of thing. She's built her brand on body positivity, and she didn't even have to do that because she was already talented. Anything that gives you fast money has strings attached. There's no such thing. If I go out and sell drugs, the consequences are I could get locked up, or I'm going to get stuck selling drugs for a long time until I get locked up because there are other people around me that rely on the money that I'm making. Also, if I've been selling drugs for a long time, I'm probably not going to want to go and start adding salt to fries. That's not what I'm going to want to do. because I've made that certain amount of money, so I get stuck in that lifestyle. This is a very similar thing. But it's just seen as okay because it's legal. And so a lot of people are diving into a lifestyle. They have no idea what it is. They don't know about the drug issues. They don't know about the STDs. They don't know about the mental health issues. They don't know about the relationship issues. And we're using these euphemisms to promote this idea. These are adult content creators now. These are not sex workers. They're adult content creators. And the content that they're making is not prawn. It's just silly, cute, sexy videos and pictures, of course. Till next time.
My boo, I'm just here for the rendezvous. And I came the whole damn groove, cause I've been feeling like you want me to. He say stop saying I'm so I can't hold myself when I pull up.